Good morning. Welcome to Monday Morning with Rodney. Today, I want to talk to you for a little bit about our good brother Joseph, and how his life is a testimony, and how your life can be a testimony. If we look back in the book of Genesis, we learn, and we've been talking about in Sunday school last few Sundays, how Joseph had a dream and how he said that his brothers would bow down to him, in this dream, and they became jealous of him and cast him over in a pit, sold him to the Egyptians, which he was sold into slavery. And from there, he became an overseer of Potiphar's house, and Potiphar's wife accused him of trying attempted rape. Then he was thrown back. He was thrown into prison, and from there he remained there a few years before again his dream. His dreams, interpreting dream, the ability of that got him into Pharaoh's prison, in which he elevated him to ruler of all the land of Egypt. Now, in saying all that, I'm talking about Joseph's life. His gift made room for him to be in the position that he's able to help people. You see, the thing that God gave him as a gift that caused him to end up in the position that he was in was because of the gift. And the reason he was able to come out of the places he were in was because of the gift. You see, there's a cause and an effect and a reason for everything. You may have a gift, and you may be definitely blessed with an ability that God has given you, but you have to use that gift in order to get to different places. You just can't sit back and sit on your gift that God has given you. His Joseph life is a testimony for us to look at, is that use what God has given us. Find out our purpose in life, find out what gifts that we have, and allow him to use us, and it will place us in positions. Now, Joseph, it may not entail that he should have been locked away, he should not have been sold into slavery, but what that does is builds character for him, because he was able to maintain who he was and what he was doing in every aspect. He never changed from being the one who God made him to be. He never changed from that. You don't hear about him folding. You don't hear about him giving up. I'm pretty sure there was days in jail when he thought he could just give up. He was a prime candidate to just throw in the towel. He was a prime candidate to just give up on life because of the circumstances that surrounded him. And okay, you know how we get sometimes, we're like, well, God, he allowed all these things to happen to us, and how skeptics want to say, where's the God now? Where's the one that's going to save you? Or why are you going through all this? Everything works together for the good of those who are called by my name, for the good of those who love Christ, for the good of the ones who definitely are tangled up in love with Christ. No matter what the situation may be, God can turn that thing around and make it for our better, make it for our good. He does that. And so your life, your story, your gift, it's a testimony, it's a testament to how good God is. And that the fact of the matter is, you wouldn't be where you are today if it had not been for the Lord. You wouldn't be there. You wouldn't be able to say, or to stand and tell, or to share with somebody how good God has been to you if he never allowed you to go down in some valley experiences. You could never testify and tell someone how wonderful God is if you hadn't had to depend on him and call his name in the midnight hour. We have to understand that no matter how hard the problem is, we still are obligated. We still have the right. We still have everything going for us, that we can praise God, that we can call on his name, that we can worship him. Whether or not it's in the valley low, whether or not it's on the mountaintop, whether or not it's in prison, or even in the palace, whether we are poor, whether we are rich, we still ought to praise God. And we can live our life giving a testimony, giving a testament to how good God is. That he brought me from a mighty long way. Joseph was brought from a dream at home with his fathers, and family hated on him. He ended up in Egypt. He ended up being sold. He ended up being incarcerated. But here he is, still standing, having to rule over everything. An ex-convict having rule over everything, and it's only because of God. God put on Pharaoh's heart, and saw the spirit of God on Joseph. He was elevated just like that. He didn't have to step on anybody. He didn't have to crush anybody. He didn't have to lie on anybody. Matter of fact, he was lied on. But yet, he rose. He rose with dignity. He rose with honesty. He rose with prestige. And that's what I want us to do today. I want us to be able to rely and depend on God for our promotion. He has given us abilities. He's given us gifts that we can use to put us in positions to be promoted, to put us in positions that we can be thought of well off, that people remember. Hey, there's a person that I know that's down in the mail room who has a gift for this. There's a person that I know who I used to work with. I have the number, but they have a real knack for this. And because of your character, and because of your integrity, and because you're allowing God to work through you, and you didn't act any type of nasty, hateful way toward people. People can remember you and say, hey, this person, they'll speak up for you. You're not even looking for it. They'll speak up for you and speak volumes about you and saying, hey, I know a person that can get this done for you. So today, my brothers and sisters, I want us to remember that God will make room for you and your gift, but you have to also share your story. Let it be a reflection for who you are. This is Monday Morning with Rodney. God bless you. I love you. Keep your head up.